going to be live.
Fantastic. Hello,
I think
everybody.
so. I think we're live. I don't know, we're going
Yes,
live.
we were just
Hopefully
chatting.
this,
Yes,
yeah,
this one worked. We were just chatting about how yesterday we tried to record it. And so now we're
yeah.
recording on Monday, the 20th of July, which is huge astrologically if you're following along at home. So yesterday
Hmm.
wasn't a beat, Joe. Today, Joanna, today's the
No. Yes, and look, the internet's working really well today. So,
yeah,
we are
yeah,
metaphysical first, and the metaphysical was interrupting, making
it
us
really
not
was.
do it yesterday. It really wouldn't work. Like even
You were
WhatsApp was all disjointed. Everything was disjointed. It was
and you were
remarkable.
pixelated and just it just wasn't
Yeah,
fun.
wasn't working. So
Yeah,
much better when it works. Hey, good
totally.
morning. It's Monday morning, so it's not technically a weekend chat, but it'll do. It'll do.
Yeah.
So
You'll
this
get
is
your
something
weekend hit.
that when I'm being a foreign correspondent is going to
Yeah.
possibly happen. Sometimes the internet doesn't work.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
today we're going to do it again as brief as we can. I mean, not
Yeah.
tiny. We can never keep it really brief, can we?
We'll try to keep it to an hour. We'll try.
We'll try to keep it to an hour.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody can know that we clip the best bits out now. So
Hmm.
you'll see them on our Instagram and our YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
And so Xanthi is in charge of that, which is great.
Hmm.
It means that if you don't want to have it on in the background, chitty chatty, all that sort of stuff, you can just cut to the chase. So
Yeah.
we're still imploring everyone to subscribe.
Please.
Even
Yeah.
if you're watching it as an unsubscriber, it doesn't cost you anything, but it costs us actually if you don't subscribe because it cuts off our opportunities for using the technology. So there are limits on whether you can go live on your phone according to subscription. On
Yeah.
Instagram, it's a bit different than YouTube. So just go ahead and support us the best way you can.
Yeah.
You don't have to throw money at it, but if you can throw your support, that'd be great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Um, and the links to everything will be down below. If you want to join our WhatsApp community, you're more than welcome. So if you
Hmm.
want to interact with us, that's where you got to do it.
Yeah.
Those links are down below, yes, as well.
Yep. Yep. Or on our website.
On the website, yeah, millennialforce.co, co
Yeah. Code,
for
two people.
community,
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
collaboration.
All of us. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So, yes, that's all good. And we are
Mhm.
soon to launch the quiz, which is really exciting. It's a big product that we've been working on. Free
Mhm.
product to give everyone an idea of where they sit on the scale of cosmic mind, which is a really cool
Mhm.
concept.
Yeah.
Um,
The
Lots to
river.
discover and learn about. Lots coming.
Totally. And cosmic mind might be a new term for you, but think of it as like, or refer to the river analogy in a lot of those clips that we're talking about. We're trying to keep that really sharp and clear for you to understand what we're talking about. Do the
Hmm.
quiz. We'll also explain it, but think of it like as your soul, you're the higher you, whatever resonates. But yeah,
Well, yeah,
just to,
there's everybody knows the difference between their human mind and
mm,
their intuitive, non-defined mind. Well, not everybody, that's not true, because if you're down at the 0 to 24% on
it's tough.
average, down and on that level, you might only be really familiar with your human mind,
Yeah.
maybe if you're low down there. But that's
Mm,
the journey, isn't it? To discover the cosmic mind part of you,
yeah.
because we're both. And it depends on how you take the control that you have. You're gifted with
Mhm.
the ability to use your will. If you use your will very wisely, you can change the average percentage of cosmic mind compared to human
Yeah.
mind in terms of how you think and act and speak and also understand perception. So,
Wow. This could lead
if
into our
this
chat
is the
today.
yeah, so this is the beginning. This is like, so we've worked out how to help people in a free way to get started on that journey. And if they're
Mm,
ready, they're ready. And if they're not, they're not. And we will try our best to keep creating products to help you not just to be tested, but to learn your way up that
exactly
scale.
where you're at. We're not going to just sell you something if you're not ready for
No.
it. So there's a lot
No.
of care, there's a lot of love. Joanna's put so much of herself in those recommendations and the results that are pure channeled, I believe. Like they're just so like well articulated. It's not, you know, a competition here. It's really just to give you the best like outcome for you to grow.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
expect to be a little seedling in a huge like tree overnight.
yeah.
So we'll get you along those steps.
Yes. And so I've tried to work out how to have free and low price point products to help you in your learning in the beginning. And
Yeah.
then once you get to a certain percentage of cosmic mind, then you want to go more full force into it. And you might be more defined in terms of seeing your patterns and wanting to alter them. And if you need help learning how to do that, well, then that's like a next level. And
Yeah.
then further along the scale, you might really, really be like solidly active in the community and the learning and the Zoom groups and the products and all, all the texts and things and, events and stuff like that. And you might actually want to apprentice, which is what
Yeah.
Xanthia does. Um,
And you can always
and
come back and do the quiz. Like if
of
you want to
course,
do the work,
anytime.
come back and
Yeah.
you'll see what we mean. You just got to do it.
That's right. You got to do it. So part of what we're going to talk about today, there's two things. We're going to talk about walking beliefs into knowing, which is a new phrase that I'm using a lot now
Mhm.
because it really makes sense in terms of this somatic metacognition that I'm trying to get people to upskill using
Mhm.
as this skill of feeling your feelings and thinking about your thoughts while you're feeling your feelings. What was I thinking? What am I thinking? What's
Yeah.
different to other people's thinking, etc. All in relation to what you are sensing and feeling in your body through your body.
Hmm.
So it's not just your ego's desire, your soul has a desire as well, and you've got to learn what occurs in your body in different situations, what are reactions, what are imaginings, all these things. There's lots to learn. So walking your beliefs into knowing is going to be one of the topics. And then the other topic we're going to talk about is incorrect expectations and how they cause misalignment. And that's probably a little bit more technical, but Xanthia and I have just each had
Breakthrough.
breakthroughs in awareness of this stuff. And so we have an opportunity to share a little bit about the examples that came forward in our own lives, which is part of walking your beliefs into knowing.
Hmm.
So, walking
Hmm.
your beliefs into knowing is this action of having an idea, whether it's a belief that you're very attached to and you're testing it into knowing, or it's an idea that you've heard from someone else or someone's instructed you, a teacher has
Yeah.
told you, and you
I
need to walk it into knowing to test it. So this is what walking it into knowing is. You have to use it, you have to suspend your disbelief or belief in it so
yeah.
that you can clearly use it and reflect on it in your own
I, I
experience of
like to
life.
use the word life proof. Like just get the proof. Just,
Life proof.
yeah. Well, this is actually
Yep,
somebody
you
else
do.
uses it, another teacher, and it's true,
Mm,
just, for a month, for 3 months. Like instead of just assuming that it won't work for you, maybe just try it. Like give it a
right,
go.
right. So I think the problem that we have generally, it's a very general problem, is that we've been living in the age of Pisces, which has very much belong to a group, follow the idea of the group.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
and that's been fine while we've been in this very low, quite oppressed frequency where we don't really have as much access to the cosmic mind. So, we
Yeah.
have group structures that kind of they're like handlebars and we're just hanging on and we're all thinking the same thing and we're all going the same direction, which really it got us here, right? It got us here. So we have to be grateful that we got here, whether it be
And
you individually or your inherited line, your lineage of
the
family,
planet
etc., that
wanted to
got you
experience
here.
it. You know,
Sorry,
the
say again.
planet wanted to experience the Piscean age.
Of
We
course,
weren't
it's just
thinking.
it's a different, it's like we go round and round the merry-go-round, and sometimes the music plays differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
And so now the music's changing. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, which is really, really different. It's not just a step to the left,
mm,
like in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like I don't know if you're
yeah.
familiar. Are you familiar with the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
To the turn to the
Yeah.
left. To the-
That's right. It's not just a
Very
step to
briefly.
the left. It's like
Yeah.
you're going to flip upside down and turn around and stand on your head a little
Well,
bit, right? Aquarian
Pisces,
age is really different.
it's water to air, if that helps with
Mm.
elementally figuring it out. So water, emotional
Hmm.
feeling. It's a different
Which is
vibe compared to air.
attachment, which is all
Or,
about attachment.
yeah.
So the Piscean era has been about attaching to ideas. And now the Aquarian era is about detaching from ideas.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
opposite, completely opposite. Like you're going to feel like you're standing on your head,
Yeah.
which is
It's
okay because we will adapt. This is what human beings do. We adapt.
yeah.
But it can be agonizing to adapt, or it can be not so agonizing to adapt. And this
Mhm.
is what I have, through my own life experiences, I've had to adapt to. I was like trapped in a certain belief
Mhm.
structure that was actually, because we're metaphysical first, was actually oppressing me so much. And I'm sensitive, um,
Yeah.
just because I am. And, and I had to adapt to survive, like physically survive. Or I would have been one of the people who had to live by the pharmaceutical era of sustaining the physical body that way. And I didn't want to be.
Mhm.
So essentially I had to do my adaptation into freedom first before the true Aquarian changeover has is happening
Yeah.
now, right? So I'm like 20 years in to knowing how our human mind and our cosmic
Yeah.
mind work together, how our expectations and beliefs and
Yeah.
ideologies, how they affect our lives, how they affect our perception, our and our thoughts are really things, and they're really very active.
Yes.
Um, and so I've lived all of this. I haven't just got it out of a book and put it all together. I've actually, one thing at a time, I've actually come across the idea and tested it. I've walked it into knowing.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I don't speak about things that I don't have a knowing about it because I don't really
Mhm.
have an opinion about anything.
Yeah.
I had an opinion. I think my last opinion went in the last 2 days. I was just instructed recently to change an expectation. Now, expectations are opinions.
Yeah. So
They
they
are
come.
beliefs. They're all the same thing. It's your ego hanging on to an idea, emotionally hanging on to an idea.
Mhm.
So that I've just experienced being told, cosmically being told to not expect something and also not expect it.
Mm.
I don't
Mhm.
expect that to happen and don't expect it not to happen.
Just
So
being in.
I'm only left with
Mhm.
expecting whatever happens to happen.
Yeah.
Like you're left in no man's land, no
So
expectation.
you're literally taking the observer role now. It's like
Yes,
very.
because I can't play the main role because I don't know I'm not directed of what's going to happen. And
Mhm.
I'm not allowed to be the director either. So I was actually taught about a metaphysical circuitry that was occurring in my experience, and it occurred because I asked to be taught something, and I have been taught it. Um, I'm just about to start writing what I asked to be taught, how I was taught it. But I learned about metaphysical circuitry, which
Mhm.
many people call a trauma bond.
Yeah.
Um, and so I was encouraged into a trauma bond, which you'll find, if you've ever experienced one, you'll find that the person who invites you into it will leave the circuit open.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So it's like they're standing in the metaphysical circuit their mind is in the line of the circuit, and your mind is in the line of the circuit. And more than likely, you are acting like a battery, so you're contributing to the energy that's running around the circuit.
Mhm.
And um, and this is usually a natural state. So the
Yeah.
one person who is being involved in the trauma bond is the giver of the energy, and
And it
that's
becomes
that's
compulsive.
habitually
Yeah.
what you do, because it's like it's something nice you can give to other people, except
Mm.
because it's compulsive. You don't
Hmm.
realize that it's compulsive. It's just something you do a lot because you like to do it.
Hmm.
But then you can get trapped into a metaphysical circuit where you're giving, like you're the battery, and
Hmm.
the other person who has encouraged you into that circuit is actually playing a part that you didn't know was there. So if you think of a physical electric circuit, like in high school, you'll have a battery and you have a wire from the battery to a light bulb,
Yeah.
and then you'll have a wire from the light bulb back to the battery.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
So it's creating a circuit, and the energy that comes out of the battery runs into the light bulb, and it releases energy in the form of light and heat. And then it continues around and comes back to the battery. Eventually, the battery runs out and the light doesn't work anymore. But in the middle, you can actually disconnect one of the wires,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
the light won't work,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Because the circuit is broken. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
So what if you had another thing in that circuit, not just the battery, but you had an alternate light bulb, something
Hmm.
else that takes the energy slowly from that circuit and just
Mm.
stands there holding two wires. So what if the wire from the battery to the light bulb got snipped in the middle and
Mhm.
separated, but not just left hanging where the circuit's not running, it's plugged in through something else that
Gotcha.
takes the power from the
A
circuit.
conduit, like a
The,
conduit, kind
right,
of.
but it's like a light bulb, but it's not this light bulb that's supposed
Right.
to shine brightly. It's
So
an
does,
alternate kind of light bulb that is taking
mm,
that energy and using it for itself.
got it.
So
Yeah.
this is what a trauma bond circuit is like. And
Mhm.
person who is playing the role of the battery is not aware that there's another person being like an anti-battery, right? Taking the energy from the battery, not
Mhm.
letting the light shine. So it
Mhm.
seems like the circuit is incomplete, but it's
Yeah.
not incomplete because that second alternate light bulb, which is usually a person,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's that.
is absorbing that energy. And none
Hmm.
of this can be happening, and usually does happen unconsciously. No
Yeah.
one's aware of what's going on because we don't perceive ourselves as metaphysical first.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I do. I do because I've been trained by my mother, Mother God.
Hmm.
She's unconditional love and
Hmm.
uncompromising truth all in one package, and she's my teacher. And
Hmm.
she's my conduit to the cosmic
Yeah.
mind, cosmic
Yeah.
consciousness.
I
And
can think of that.
she's got enough for me, right? For me, in terms of boots on the ground, training me, she's got enough for me.
She's bringing it
Because
to the
I
physical.
listen. Well, because I
Mm.
listen to her. I
Mm.
listen. So why not use her as a go-between? Because you don't lose anything in the translation.
Yeah.
So she's training me to understand how we are metaphysical first, and I'm training you how to
Hmm.
understand how we're metaphysical first. And this is community. This is Aquarian age community. It's not
But
top down. It's
yeah.
it's from the center outward, right? It's like
Yes.
whoosh, going
So it's
outwards,
almost
not
the,
down.
the battery knows that it's going to be shared among many, and it's not just
Yeah.
going to one. Yeah, it's a very
That's right. And
yeah,
and and
it's
or and
centralized.
nobody is and the ideal in terms of cosmic truth and
Mm.
cosmic love is that nobody stands in that circuit
Oh,
stealing from another person in
right.
that circuit. Everything
Mm-hmm.
is generously given because
Hmm.
nothing is being stolen. right? So this is how we got to start to understand being truthful in the metaphysical. Just like my
Yeah.
mother told me, if you're being a battery
Mm-hmm.
in this metaphysical circuit, that's what she told me.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you are being a battery is that you are still expecting the light bulb to come on. So you're
Mm-hmm.
keeping your energy
Gotcha.
there,
Yeah.
waiting for the light bulb to be turned on or to be
Yeah.
told the circuit's not going to be there anymore.
Yeah.
So you think
Yeah.
about a trauma bond that holds you in a circuit, in a relationship where you're
Mm-hmm.
waiting for that light bulb, the cosmic truth and love to come through, because that's what you're channeling and you're
Yeah.
giving it, because we all
Mm-hmm.
channel it to be alive. It's life force energy, and you're giving it into this circuit, thinking the light bulb will come on. But you're not feeling it, you're not sensing it, it's not coming. So you're just waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. And that's a trauma bond.
Mm.
In what world does the person who created the trauma bond become aware and say, oh, I'm going to plug it back in now? That's very,
Mm.
very rare for that person to take
Because
that initiative and say, I'm terribly sorry, I had no idea I was doing that. It's
because
very
they
hard.
don't
Because they
they're
don't know. They're doing
yeah.
it out of their own reaction. They're doing it out of their own egoic need of protection, etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what am I left to do? I don't want, well, not just I don't, actually, I didn't mind it. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
mind trickling my energy to this person. But then I
Right.
was told by my mother,
Mm-hmm.
actually, now is the time that you need to remove your expectation of the light bulb coming on or the circuit being removed, undone, because the person who made it could undo it. I didn't realize there was a third option, and now I know because I've implemented it, I've walked it into knowing.
Mm-hmm.
I will see the physical evidence coming through in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
I absolutely have that confirmed by cosmic messaging.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel completely fine. It took me about 24 hours to do the little bit of grieving that comes with giving up something that you've done for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
My
Mm-hmm.
mother God basically explained to me that this other person needs to give away that trauma bond. He
Yes.
needs to understand that the circuit is not worth being part of anymore because there's no energy running in it.
Yes, because
Yeah.
you're very
So
on your
it's not me judging this person. It's
mm.
metaphysically, if I take away my waiting for the light to come on, which is my expectation
Yes.
of anything happening or not happening, and
Yeah.
I just unhook my battery because I don't need to put energy into that now because I'm not expecting anything,
Speaking the
then all of
truth
a sudden, yes,
of that
that's the truth.
person.
That's the
Yeah.
cosmic
In the
truth.
stolen.
I don't have an opinion about what that other person is going to do or not do. Yeah.
Just that you have to remove
I'm
it.
I'm just stepping away
Yeah.
from expectation, and that expectation kept the circuit alive,
Mm.
right? So the
Mm-hmm.
light bulb wasn't getting lit, but this other
Mm-hmm.
person was getting that trickle of energy from me because I was expecting the light bulb to come on, and he's in the middle
Mm-hmm.
in that
Mm-hmm.
circuit, right? And he has no awareness that he's siphoning the energy. But my mother says, when you adjust your expectation, which is what the earth method is for, and
Yeah.
I'm what you call a master and a creator of the earth method. So I applied the earth method in a very fast manner. I altered my expectation because I understood this is something that I have to go without.
Mm-hmm.
I can no longer give that to the circuit because this other person needs for that circuit to drop away in their own perception. They need to have a lived experience that that
Sure.
circuit is just not there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no energy in it. So it will
Yeah.
just disappear. And
Mm-hmm.
so that is how the person who is always the battery in a
Mm.
trauma bond can
Usually the empath.
understand how to step away from that circuit. It's
Yeah.
usually the empath. Yes, I'm the empath. You're the empath.
Yeah.
Empaths need to unite. The black sheep empaths need to unite because we need to learn how to be metaphysical first. And this is part of being metaphysical first. If you don't want to be in a trauma bond relationship, you
Yeah.
don't try to act in the physical world if you're not also acting in the metaphysical. And you just had an experience where I picked on something that was very important for you to understand in relation to metaphysical first. Yes, just yesterday. We had a
Mm.
long conversation because you let it slip that you were still stuck on something.
And you know what I
And an
realized?
extra 2 hours of me explaining stuff to you. And this morning you go, we are really are metaphysical first because look what happened when I changed
This
something. And so
happened.
this is what it's all about. This is what it's
Well,
about.
what I realized that conversation started with me having a complaint. And what is
Yes.
a complaint? It's an unmet expectation. So
Mm-hmm.
I was getting mad at this light bulb not happening. And then I was
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, that's why.
Right, because
That's
someone's
why.
taken the energy that I'm giving. I'm
Yeah.
sending the energy to the light bulb.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
it
I
wasn't.
think. But
Mm,
that energy is being taken by someone else and it never gets to the light bulb. Hang on a second.
yeah. Yeah.
What am I
Yeah.
supposed to do here? So this is the point that most people get to in their awareness. What they
Mm-hmm.
don't understand is if you're a battery, you have a positive and a negative, and you have hands and you can just disconnect it. But how does that happen? It happens through altering your expectations, which is really just a decision.
Yeah.
I don't expect that person to do it. I let them off the hook. This is what the lost art of forgiveness gives you
Uh,
back. If you don't know what forgiveness is and why it is for you to free
mm.
yourself, well, you need to read the book that I'm putting together. It's called Lost. The Lost Art of Forgiveness is a big section in this book called Observations of a Healer. You can keep an eye out for it, but it's the second book that's got to come out. So we've got to get Millennium Valley out first and then that one. But it's all mostly written. So the
Mm-hmm.
Lost Art of Forgiveness really sets you up to understand how to how to disconnect that battery. Because when you
Yeah.
understand what forgiving someone is, and the way to sum it up is you forgive them for what they haven't achieved yet.
Mm.
Yeah. So the other person who's trapped you in a trauma bond, it's not conscious, it's reactionary behavior. They haven't understood what you have come to understand. You're just a little bit ahead of them in the race. So you can't expect someone to do something they don't understand how to do. You can't expect someone to be aware of something that they're not yet aware of. It all happens in stages. You have to move from the beginning of the alphabet all the way through to the end of the alphabet, from A to Z, and you can't skip
Yeah.
any letter. You have to go through every letter. And so if you're at S and someone else that you're connected to is at, I don't know, F,
Yeah.
you can't expect them to be understand what you understand at S because they're back
Yeah.
here at F.
This is what we were
The
saying about
the
quiz.
best thing you can do is let them off the hook for their
Mm,
F behavior,
mm,
demonstrate your S behavior,
mm,
and don't expect them to hurry up because it will take as long as it takes. But if you
mm,
stay where you are, instead of going back to the F to match
mm,
them because you want their love or you want this or you want a connection or you want something, your ego mind wants something. The cosmic
mm,
mind doesn't mind.
mm.
The cosmic mind doesn't mind about time and it minds about timing. So when that person makes their way
Kairos
from
and
F
Kronos.
to
Mm,
S, then it's on.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Like
And so
that's in
this
the
is a really hard thing for us to learn because we're stuck in the fourth dimension. And we've been acting, actually, our perception overall, humanity's perception currently is that we are in the third dimension. We're physical.
that's
And
it.
that
Yeah.
thoughts
That's
and
the
that
majority.
thoughts are not powerful. That thoughts are not powerful. And that's getting us into a whole lot of trouble. And
Yeah.
it's stopping people empowering themselves. Like if you're the battery person,
Mm-hmm.
not the trauma bond maker,
Yeah. Yeah.
then you're trapped because you can't seem to get away from this relationship and how this relationship is. You don't know that the power to change it is in the fourth dimension, which is your mental dimension. It's to do with time, it's to do with space, it's to do
Yes,
with thought, past,
Joanna,
imagination.
this is hitting on a really big crisis that I've noticed in society at the moment, domestic disputes that are happening
Yeah,
because either one of those are considered a narcissist, they're siphoning the energy of that person who's trying to,
yeah,
the relationship is a light bulb, like we can make it, we've got a family, we've got a house,
yeah,
and there's just
that's
so
right.
much conflict in that space. And then we have the family
Yeah.
courts, and that's just being overrun by this problem, not really realizing that we're metaphysical first and the
Hmm.
art of forgiveness. Maybe, oh God, there could be a whole
Are you just realizing how huge
solution.
my job is? Are you just
Yeah,
realizing how enormous my job is?
we're only at the
Well,
start.
yes, I'm realizing how enormous my job is, but it starts with individual people.
Yeah,
So you can't change society.
I
Society
know.
is made up of sections of community, which is made up of sections of people. People
Individuals.
have their patterns, and so you have to deal with the people and their patterns one by one, and you do
Mm-hmm.
it in community. So my mother is like the center,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which is really God.
Yeah.
The
Good.
creator is at the center, and then there's my mother who speaks to me because I
Mm-hmm.
listen to her. I think if it wasn't her, I mean, I can feel her voice. If it wasn't her, I probably wouldn't listen as astutely. And then it comes through me, and I am committed to keeping it pure. And then it comes to any of my students, and my students, some of my students will apprentice like
Mm-hmm.
yourself, and then you will become part of the next circle. So I never stop supporting the people who I'm teaching.
Yeah.
I mean, in 10 years' time, you can come to me and say, I've been doing this work and is something not quite clicking? What am I not getting? And you'll come and we'll have a conversation. You go, oh, okay, got it. Excellent. Thank you. And then off you go back to support your
Well done.
section
Right.
of the
Mm-hmm.
community. So it's
Yeah.
like a big wheel, right? It's like a big wheel and it all just grows out from the center. And
That's hilarious.
there's no hierarchy in a sense. Everyone
Team.
should be receiving what they need to have in life. You
Yeah.
need to have a home, you need to have clothes, you need to have food, you need to go where you need to go. And
Energy will
in
be
this
free. Mm.
Yes, and life will slowly become less about money. But
Yeah.
in the meantime, we all need to go where we need to go and we need to have break, we need to have holiday. We don't need to overspend, but we need to be paid for what we're doing because that's how the rule of the land is working. And so it's not about collecting money, it's about having the energy flowing and people you
Mhm.
know, people paying like I have this thing like talking about your best chicken.
Oh, yes.
So,
Mm.
unconditional love
Yeah.
is my and uncompromising truth is my best chicken that I can offer people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I offer. And I enjoy giving them my best chicken because I know that if you give of your best value, you will receive of your best value. That's just energetically how the world works. Because if you
Yeah.
understand your metaphysical first, you don't want to give your laziest non-egg laying chicken to someone who's supposed to be giving you really good value.
So
Because it's
this is
value for value.
yes, an example from the Indigenous way of life that you learnt from.
Mhm.
Are you able to
Yeah.
just give a bit of context about the chicken? I guess people
The
will get
best
it.
chicken, the best
Yeah.
chicken story. Okay, so you're living in a village, so
Yeah.
everyone can understand like a village is small, and you don't have massive resources, etc. And
Mm-hmm.
you're all living kind of farming life,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you get a bit sick. Not a little sick, like it's you've tried the usual remedies, etc., and something's really weighing on you. So you go to the wisest person in the village, who's generally the one who's going to help you with healing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because
Emotional,
that's the
physical,
wisdom, right? It's keeping people alive and balanced.
rising.
So you have to, in an indigenous village, of the old ways, you have to give your offering before, because you're giving it metaphysically, even though it's a physical thing, you're using a physical thing to say metaphysically what you're giving, right? So
Mm-hmm.
God is the conduit. So you're giving it to the healer, but you're giving it via God.
Mm-hmm.
So
Basically.
you want to, if you're going there and your life is dependent on this
Yeah.
healing, you're having
Mm-hmm.
such a hard time and you need the healing to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Whether
Mm-hmm.
it's mental, emotional, physical, it really doesn't matter. You just need it to happen. You're stuck
You're
in
at
this
that
state of
crisis.
illness.
Yeah.
You've got no other way. You're trying to find other ways and you've got no other way. Modern life is the same.
Mm-hmm.
If you bring to the offering altar
Mm-hmm.
the old chicken, the old chicken doesn't lay eggs anymore, but still looks like a chicken.
Yeah.
It's not too hen-pecked or whatever. It still looks all right. But you know that that chicken is just a one-time giver. Not going to give eggs anymore. It's for soup. That chicken is going to make soup. You have chicken for a week. That's the value of that chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
so you leave it there on the altar in a basket or whatever. And you come into your healing session, and the healer is connecting to the cosmic mind, and you've just told the cosmic mind the value of what you want. So
Mm-hmm.
the healing that you're going to get is second grade. It's not top grade. It's going to be, well, it looks like it's healing, but it'll just heal you for a week, about as long as the chicken soup's going to last,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
it's value for value. If you
Mm-hmm.
come with your best chicken, the chicken that you want to keep because it's got eggs for 2 years,
Yeah.
it's going to
Yeah.
sustain you an egg a day for 2 years, and all you have to do is feed it scraps that no one else wants to eat.
Mm-hmm.
That's your best chicken that you don't want to give away to just anyone, but you'll give it away to the healer because it tells the cosmic mind that you
Mm-hmm.
will give away your best chicken because you need the healer's best healing.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
And that's why I say you want to give your best chicken because you want to receive what you want to receive. And it's not about egoic wanting, it's not about the manifesting of the new age. It's about
oh,
what your soul desires. Your
mm,
soul desires top shelf attention
yeah.
because that's what brings you joy. So to give life and freedom to your soul gives you
Mm-hmm.
joy in your body. You can feel the joy. So
Mm-hmm.
ego might bring you happiness that's temporary. I won't give my best chicken. I just give one that looks okay but doesn't lay eggs anymore. That's ego.
It's not much of a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're not giving very much. You're
Yeah.
not giving the same value that you want to receive. So you're only going to get the value of what you give.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if someone can bring that into their world, then they have to start integrating, well, why does the ego mind want to give less? Do you want something for nothing?
Mm.
Probably.
Mm. This is the, yeah,
You know,
that the,
I mean, if you
I've
want something,
that's my
if you're gonna give
secret
nothing, you're gonna get nothing. You're gonna give a little, you get a little. And if you're complaining about not getting very much, you need to think about what are you giving? What are you giving?
the expectation is larger than the actual what yeah your energy is able to provide, like you're not
Mm,
um pure,
mm.
I guess, in that sense,
Well, yeah, you've
like
just got interference
incongruent.
of the
Yeah,
of the mind, the human mind that says, "Oh, I deserve more," or
yeah,
"I've already given," or
yeah,
some kind of hair-splitting rubbish. Yeah,
yeah,
that you've been taught somewhere along the line. And really, the whole process of living life is about learning. It's about
yeah,
learning and understanding that with every generation now, we have to learn a little more. We have to
totally,
learn to be purer. We have to learn to be more honest with ourselves. We have to learn more and more.
well,
It's the only way to move through.
totally, it's the lack mentality that we inherited from our parents, who inherited from their parents, who it's
Yeah.
just been
And that that has occurred because we've been disconnected. Because when you
yeah,
have the connection of the cosmic mind, once you get past about 75%, you are holding a cosmic broom
I know
and you
this.
want to sweep out all the ego. So that's
Yeah,
where like you've got to, yeah.
yeah,
Now it's hard for you to hear when I tell you those really deep truths
yeah,
because you know it's like,
the
oh, it's getting in there. But 2 hours and you get
mm,
off the phone, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna let it settle. And then in the morning, things show you that you have opened up. You've
mhm.
loosened up all your expectations because why? Because it's the truth. And it
Yeah,
hurts, but it fixes things.
yeah, it does. It does. That
Mm.
circuit gets rearranged, and you know, it's actually the least taxing on you to actually just like just
Mm.
acknowledge that that is the truth and not to, and you said it last night so well. It's like you don't need an answer right now. I'm just throwing this at you.
Mm.
Let it percolate because
Oh yeah, maybe you can share
it'll
that for
resonate with
everyone because that's
what you
something that I've learned to do over a really long period of time. And that's something that is very clear in what you've previously learned, probably from your childhood or, you know, maybe it's your personality or whatever, but what you won't be the only
know.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
There'll be many other people in our community who will watch this today or in a year or in 20 years, who knows? But this perspective that you have from last night's conversation, where I said to you, because I can feel when I'm telling you this stuff, the hard truths, I can feel, because I'm an empath, I can feel where your ego is making your body feel. I can feel the rumblings, you know,
Contraction.
in your body. Mm,
Mm.
the
Okay.
contraction. And I can feel how awful it feels for you because it doesn't feel so hot for me either because I'm feeling it. And that's why I launched into saying your reaction to what I'm telling you is that you have to have a solution because I'm asking you a question.
Yeah. Hmm.
Go on, continue.
Oh yeah, and um at the time, you know, I took that as a little bit of a my ego was still a bit shook. Like, oh, I can have an answer. I have an answer. I still have answers. I
Okay.
can
Yeah.
go. And yeah, it does feel really shitty because you're recognizing that, oh, that is the truth. Like I am even now still wanting to answer you from my mind, from my human mind, and defend myself. And I did, there was a bit of back
Mm,
and forth too, because
mm.
it's hard to let go of that habit
Well,
to,
don't you think it connects with being a good girl?
yeah, this is where, yeah,
You know,
and we
approval.
also talked about that, yes. And
Yeah,
actually had
because
a
you know,
really,
like be because ultimately I don't disapprove of you
mm,
because you haven't got an answer. But I can feel that in our conversations when I'm talking to you. You
mm,
don't say anything because you don't have an answer, and it's like you don't have an answer, and that makes you feel like you're bad girl, not good girl. And
mm,
I'm kind of wanting you to get to the point where you say, ah, so does that mean this or does that mean that? Like you instead of needing an answer, you enter into the process of self-reflection
mm,
without needing a solid answer. And so that's where I'm trying to train you when I get the opportunity to teach you something
not
that's a
instant.
bit hard hitting, to say, no, 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 we're just putting lots of ideas up into the space of the mind. And nobody has the answer until the cosmic mind pulls it all together and gives you your answer.
Mm. Well,
Right.
it's
So
hard.
so don't jump
It,
on in. Don't jump on in early, right? You got to let it all come up and let it
mm,
percolate and let the cosmic mind package it for you.
mm, mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm,
because then you'll get to the truth quicker.
mm,
Because
mm-hmm,
your human mind can only rely on what it has learned before. And
mm-hmm.
that's not going to cut it when I'm bringing you something that is against what your human mind has presented. So it's like it doesn't know what to do. It's never going to know what to do. It doesn't have an answer because the answer that it gave is incorrect. And so it's your human mind is really confronted because
Mm,
you also have the expectation that you must have an answer. So
mm,
if that expectation can alter, then you have the ability to just throw ideas around, regardless of whether your human mind has heard them before or not, and let the cosmic mind be the juggler of all these ideas. And when it all comes back into the right formation for you, it will be delivered to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's the skill building, but you can't build the skill of that mental percolation and then receiving if your human mind holds the expectation very strongly that you must have an answer or it must have an answer now, because now is the moment of question. So now is the moment of answer. And that's why I told you, no, you can't do it at the same time. The question is speaking, and the answer is listening, and you can't do them at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're allowed to separate those two activities.
Yeah.
And so that's something that you have to like purposely watch yourself and then say, oh, no, 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 it's question time, not answer time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like it's a different kind of classroom. It's, and maybe this comes from being drilled in high school of having to know the answer and you're judged if you don't know the answer. Well, this is not high school. This is life school. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't let your human mind answer because it won't be correct.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be
Mm-hmm.
the old stuff, not the new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like this is hard for you to you know get into your mind mechanics and stuff, it's hard for lots of people. It's hard for everyone because we have all been trained in the Piscean era.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not we're not trained to throw ideas around and not have an answer.
Yeah. Or not be
By the
right.
way, I'm Jewish and we have a tradition, Jewish tradition. It's everyone's allowed to have an opinion, more than one even. You can just have a discussion where everyone's got different opinions and never do you believe that one of them is going to win.
Mm.
You'll
Mm.
come out of a discussion with just as many opinions as you developed in the discussion. And so that means the opinions are very soft expectations and there's no actual fighting. It's an exploration. And you come up with whatever you want to sit with at the end of it. And I think there's some benefit in being that way.
Mm. Well, yeah, I
Mm.
think this goes back to those domestic violence problems that we have at the moment. You know, everyone's trying to get at each other or family feuds and like, yeah, it comes
Well, because
from,
people want to be right. They want to be
yeah,
right rather than they want to learn.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the ego. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the ego having really, really strong expectations and not letting go of them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and we just have to recognize we're moving into a different era, and the people that hang on to being a Piscean era person in an Aquarian world, they're
Mm.
just not going to have a very easy time of things. They're not going to, if you play in a new game by the old rules, you're not going to be successful.
Yeah. And that is the
Mm.
beliefs. That is just thinking that ideology is enough. Intellectual idealism will get you through rather than actually
Yeah.
living beliefs and seeing if
Well,
you want to bring them into your life or not.
well,
Test.
yeah, see, that's it. Because walking your beliefs into knowing, because if in the future we can't bring our beliefs with us,
Yeah.
because they're held by the human mind, and we have
Mm,
to downgrade the action of the human mind into slave rather than master. So
mm,
if you're really attached to a belief, you better walk it into knowing to be able to keep it.
yeah.
You have to, and not just force yourself into knowing it, like actually let it be or let it not be. You have to walk it to really get true evidence, not manufactured evidence. It
Hmm.
has to work all the time, not just some of the time.
Don't trust the science. You know,
Well, you have to
trust
do a
the
proper
politicians.
study. The scientific method is wonderful if you use it correctly.
On your own
Yeah.
life.
You don't work towards getting a result.
Hmm.
You start the experiment with maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. Let's see. I want to know the truth.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's what walking your beliefs into knowing is. If it's actually true all the time, a long study of this belief, then you can settle into this is your knowing.
Correct. And you can let the
And
other ones go. Like
that's
it's
right. So
mm,
you can let go of a belief if you know it. You don't have to believe it,
yes. Yes.
right? But it feels like the long way around because it's a lot of work. To
Mm.
walk your beliefs into knowing, it's just much easier right now to keep believing them.
Yeah, mentally lazy. It's just yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to stop. So the reason why we err on the side of mental laziness is because we don't understand the technique and the skill building. And it's not outlined for us. And that's what I'm trying to do is make it really simple, streamlined, so that the effort that you do put in gives you the results. And you're not just going around in circles, and say, I can't be bothered, it's too much effort.
Yeah, your
Because that's
expectations are
what humans will
actually,
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're actually grounded and real, and there's no, you know, you're not guaranteed something that isn't being tr lived by you or like
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, because you got to rely on it. You got to rely on it. There's no fallback.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going with our education.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
exactly.
hopefully that helps everyone. I really do hope to be helpful.
Yes, that's
Our
awesome.
hour is nearly up,
Okay, I
and
was
I
wondering
need
when
to
all that.
excuse myself.
Okay.
We're going to do some other videoing stuff today, aren't we?
Okay.
You'll see
Definitely.
that online.
Yep.
And watch
Thank
out for the clips and subscribe to the channel and come to Instagram because that's more fun. It's all more clippy. And
Yeah.
what else? WhatsApp group and
Yep. Do the
all of
quiz.
that
Do the
stuff. Do
quiz
the
very
quiz.
soon.
The quiz is coming out soon. Watch out for the quiz. Love you
Okay.
all.
See ya. Bye.
See ya.